when I say consistent, that's not the same thing as it happens every single day in the same pair. If you look at, like, for instance, none of the things I'm teaching are existing in this pair right now because it's not showing clear, clean price action. So since it's not doing it, I take my hand off of it and my attention goes elsewhere. Where has it been diverted to? Index futures. Index futures will have this type of price action soon. Does it mean that index futures trading is dead? No. Does it mean the algorithm has stopped working? No. It just means that it's being heavily manipulated. So what does that mean for you internally? Don't touch it. This is a rattlesnake. If you see a rattlesnake on a trail and you're walking down there and you hear that rattle, I've never seen a rattlesnake live in front of me, okay? But I'm telling you what, I'd recognize it if it started rattling. And I'm going to stand still. And I'm going to look around and find it. And wherever it is, I'm backing away from it. Simple. Well, I treat these times in the marketplace just like that. Because there were times where I looked at this and said, I'm better than the average bear. I'll get in here and find the honey. Well, there you go. I got stung. That's why I'm talking to you like this, folks. You gave me your time, you gave me your ear, and you're giving me your trust. I'm giving you the best advice anybody could ever give you. Don't discount it as just talking, droning on, pontification. No. This is real insight, folks. It's 3 decades of it. I lost a lot of money not doing what I'm teaching you to do. Like, I'm teaching you the very things that I fell victim to and how to avoid it. Wouldn't you want to do that? I would literally give everything I had back in 1992 if I had someone like I'm trying to be for all of you. I'm trying to be that person that has real world experience, that knows what's going on, proves it, and I'm trying to show you, lower your expectations on yourself. Don't try to be an Olympic trader, okay? You don't need to be Olympic. Just be consistent. If you find a bread and butter setup once a week, you can do a lot with that. It just takes consistency and money management. The money management does the heavy lifting. The hardest thing is finding something you're going to trust and stay with. And when it doesn't deliver, or when you can't find it in your market, it doesn't change it. It just means you stand still. That's it. And it's hard. It's real hard, because what happens if you go 2 weeks without taking a trade? What's that going to do for your mindset? For some of you, it's going to drive you nuts. Others, it's going to make you want to change the style of trading. And they're both wrong. 30 years taught me that. Books didn't teach me that. Books talked about system hopping, but you don't really know that lesson until you blow accounts, do dozens of different trading styles and approaches that don't work. They have no sound logic in the marketplace, why it's doing this and doing that, divergence indicator this, harmonic that. All those things are something that promotes the idea of a religious view on the marketplace, and not just time and price. Time and price is not a religion. It's the truth. That's what these markets deliver on. Look at the chart. What's at the bottom of the chart? Time. What's on the vertical axis? Price. Why are you complicating it? You're saying I'm complicating it. Why are you? You're adding triangles and shapes and all these things and moving averages and all this stuff on your chart instead of just looking at what these candlesticks are documenting. Where was it an hour ago? Where was it last Friday? Where's it likely to go today? Where's it likely to go by the end of the week? If you ask those questions every single time you sit in front of the charts, you'll have a pretty good idea of what it's likely to do. Will it happen every single time? No. But by itself, that right there, what I just mentioned to you, that was the first steps for me to stop looking at those books. Those books are going to tell you things that 90% of people that trade lose money on. Let's be honest, folks. Let's just call it like it is, okay? All of those books all those teachers, all these YouTube channels, everybody out there is talking about the same things that result in the 90% blowout of live traders. So why are you holding on to that stuff with a death grip? No, no, no. It's going to work for me. I did that same thing. And I lost. Blew accounts over and over again. Crying, tears, weeping. Why can't I figure it out? Those things are in a 90% bracket of losing money. If you walk down the road and you see these glasses of water, free to drink, you walk over to it, you pick it up, you sniff it, just doesn't feel right, and you take a step back and you watch other people walk over and as soon as they take a drink, you start choking, they drop dead right there. How many people do you need to see pick up that glass, take a drink, and drop dead before you realize it's probably not a good idea for you to have a swig? But unfortunately, marketing is what it is, okay? There's always some clever little way, gimmicks is what they are, of making it seem like there's this new twist on something old, okay? And bad logic, no matter how much lipstick you put on it, is still bad logic. You can't change that. So the idea is for you to find it in the price action. The things you're looking for in the chart or in price action, they must appear clearly in price. And if it's not clear, if it's real muddy and just choppy like this, it's indicating to you that this is not a market. The smart money is going to sit down and say, yeah, this is where we're going to operate today. It's heavily manipulated. It's not being allowed to trade freely. It's held. So if it's being held and manipulated, do you want to be in there? Because if you are doing that, you're gambling.